And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him, and charged him, and said unto him, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. So where do you guys think he's going to get his wife from? Same place his father got his wife? So, shalom everybody and welcome to Religion Wing TV. In this edition of the Morning Read, episode 322. Yes, yes, yes. Probably one of the longest running series on YouTube. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Shalom world. Welcome everybody. And God bless you all. We are going to get right into this read because your girl had a long day and I'm a little tired. And when the music ends, we're going to get into Genesis chapter 28, 29, and 30. And you guys know we do this because some people like to get up and read people to filth. But we like to get up and read people to life. That's life more abundantly because we know that the Messiah is the way, the truth, and the life. And except a man, woman, or child come through him, they cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. Ain't that right, Christians? According to John chapter 10, verse 7 through 18, you're like a thief in the night if you try to go any other way. Also, we know some people can't physically see, some people can't read the Bible, comprehend, understand the Bible, mad at God, mad at Christians, believers, the Bible in general. There's lost souls, demonic souls, wayward souls, rebellious souls. There's just so many people like you and I who need the word of God on a day-to-day basis, right? To help us live in an ungodly world strategically, like Solomon says in the book of Proverbs, right? So let's get into this morning read. We're going to read that Jacob is told not to marry a Canaanite, but to go marry a Syrian woman, because Rebecca, who 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 is Jacob mama? Rebecca, Isaac had Jacob and Esau, right? Yeah, Rebecca is Syrian. She is not Hebrew. She is not Egypt. She's Syrian. So we're going to learn that Isaac is going to tell his son Jacob to go marry a woman out of his mother's brother's house, and his mother's brother is Laban. I do believe. And we're going to read about Jacob's ladder. I believe we're going to read about the place called Peniel. That's where he laid down and went to wrestle with the angel. There's going to be some good stuff in these 3 chapters. So let's go ahead and get into chapter 28, verse 1. Let's read. Shout out to anybody that comes in the chat. God bless you. You're welcome. Thank you for listening. And yeah, I hope you guys are learning something because I know I am. All right. And I won't put anything on this channel. If I don't want to learn it or don't want to know it, I won't put it on here for you guys to learn it or not want to know it. And with that being said, chapter 28, verse 1 of the book of Genesis. Let's read, y'all. Let's read. So, and Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. 2. Arise, go to Pandamaram, to the house of Bethel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother. Yep. No matter how you look at it, this book talks about relatives being with one another. Talks about incest, okay? And my thing is, you guys don't criticize the queen for it, but you try to criticize everybody else for it. Anyway, so Jacob is going to find himself going to get a wife from his mother's brother's house, okay? 3, and God Almighty bless thee, and make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, that thou mayest be a multitude of people. 4, and give thee the blessing of Abraham to thee, and to thy seed with thee, that thou mayest inherit the land wherein thou art a stranger, which God gave unto Abraham. 5. So what I'm understanding here is that there was some land in the land at this particular time that God said he would give to Abraham. And he's been trying to give it to Abraham's seed ever since then. And it just looks like it never ends up in the hands of Abraham's descendants. Unless Christianity write themselves in the story. And all of a sudden, they have the blessing of Abraham, right? That is the powers that be, the rulers of darkness thereof, the wickedness seated in high places of the church. They seem to have the blessing of Abraham. How is that when they didn't go through the Messiah to enter the kingdom of heaven? How is that? Somebody let me know down below in the comments. 5 says, and Isaac sent away Jacob, and he went to Pandamaram unto Laban, son of Bethuel, the Syrian, not the Hebrew Israelite, the Syrian, the brother of Rebecca. And I told you, Miss Rebecca is something in my spirit that's trying to bring me into remembrance of her being relatives or somehow down with the queen and the European people of this world. It's something about Miss Rebecca, Jacob's and Esau's mother. Verse 6, when Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Pandamaram to take him a wife from thence, and that as he blessed him, he gave him a charge, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. Nope, nope, nope. Where did Esau get his wife Judith from? Esau's wife name is Judith, huh? Where he get his wife from? Anyway, verse 7 says, and that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother, and was gone to Pandamaram. Verse 8. And Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father. 9. Then went Esau unto Ishmael and took unto the wives which he had. So now Esau went and took Ishmael's wives. And took unto the wives which he had Mahalet, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Nebuchadnezzar, to be his wife. They say he had a wife named Judith. Go to chapter 26, verse 34. And Esau was 40 years old when he took a wife, Judith, the daughter of Beeri, the Hittite. Now he over in Ishmael's camp trying to take his wives. All right. Anyway, it goes on to say, in 10, Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran. Ain't that Laban? Who that Tara. One of them daddies' name is Haran, okay? And normally when God named people names, the land matched their names in these times. So anyway, verse 11 says, and he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillow. Remember, go Google it, y'all. The coronation of the queen. Anytime one queen go down and another one rise up again, kind of like the Messiah, supposed to be doing in the earth, kind of like the Pope, one go down, another one come up, president go down, another one come up. It was supposed to be the same thing with the Messiah. They live out their life. The next one carry on the word of God. That's just what I simply believe in my spirit. But J. Edgar Hoover said, we won't have another Messiah rising up in this land. Not if I got anything to do with it. And he actually found a way. Anything come close to sounding like a Christ, sounding like a Messiah, sounding like they're going to electrify and unify the people, get silenced, okay? Get silenced, okay? So now, Jacob is over here, and basically, I just told y'all, he grabbed a pillow. Now, it wasn't no, it wasn't no Serta pillow. It wasn't one of those pillows that, conform to your neck. Nah, it wasn't one of those memory foam pillows. It was a stone pillow. And every time the queen get coronated, you're going to see this stone. It's like a square rectangle. Yep, it's like a square rectangle. It's like a rectangle, y'all. An oversized square. Okay? And this chair that the queen sits in when she gets coronated, basically this stone that Jacob is talking about right here. Come on, y'all, do your research and come back and tell me you read about it in the comments. So basically in the 1500s, this stone was stolen from the Celtic people, from the Irish. England stole it from the Celtic people. But where did the Celtic people get it from? It's this pillow right here Jacob is talking about in Genesis 28 and 11. Genesis chapter 28 and 11 is talking about Jacob laying his head on I'm going to say a stone pillow, okay? And believe it or not, when people was running around the world trying to, get all the artifacts of God, the Ark of the Covenant, the shewbread, the tablets, the commandments, the pillars, anything that had to do with God and the kingdom of heaven, they were going through the world trying to confiscate it all. So there's no memory of it all. But these sick people, in their mind, they stole mostly everything from God and they utilize it unto this day, okay? Such as this pillow in verse 11. Anyway, it was called the Great Stone Caper, where the Celtics or European people stole it from Jacob, however. And then the queen over in Buckingham Palace and her people stole it from the Celtic people, the Irish people. And no matter what, it was stolen from God and his people, okay? Based off of Genesis chapter 28, verse 11. And he lit. I don't know why I say lighted. He lighted. That he lighted, okay? That's what it said. He lighted upon a certain place. He lit it. He lit. It says, it's translated, came to, lit, put it in at his head. Listen, he came to a certain place, and he tarried there all night because the sun was set. And he took up the stones of that place and put them for his pillows, and laid down in that place to sleep. Stone pillows, y'all. They was out here stealing stones. And one of those stones, and remember, you got to remember, these stones they talking about in the Bible, they were like boulders for the most part. Remember when they crossed the Jordan and the Lord told them to put the 12 stones in the river so they'll go across on dry land like they did when they came out of Egypt? For the most part, it was dry land when they was parting back the Red Sea. For the most part, but they didn't want to go over on wet land, so God told them to put 12 stones in the Jordan and cross over on those stones. Those stones weren't little pebbles, okay? It's not like what you and I would think of a stone. These stones were big. All right. So he's laying down in that place to sleep, okay? 12 says, and he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God ascending and descending on it, up and down, Jacob's ladder, going to and fro. 13, and behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord God of Abraham, thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land where thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. How come every time God says, I'm going to give some land to some people in the Bible, the enemy of God and the enemies of these people end up with the land? Hello? Is anybody out there? 14, and thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in the day, and in thee, and in thy seed, shall all the families of the earth be blessed. All right, Jacob? Okay, I'm talking to you, Jacob. Now I talk to your father. I talked to your brother Isaac. I meant your grandfather Isaac. Wait a minute. Wait. I talked to your grandfather Abraham. I talked to your father Isaac. Now, Jacob, I am talking to you. All right. In thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Of Jacob's seed, all the families of the earth shall be blessed. Verse 15. And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all the places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land. For I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of. You think God is done? Obviously, whatever he spoke to Jacob about, somebody else always come along and try to undo it, right? Try to make God look like a liar, right? If God said this is what he gonna do and somebody else end up with it, how did it get there? Oh, everybody like Esau turning over their birthright. Everybody like Esau turning over the blessing. You mean to tell me everybody is doing an Esau number and just handing over everything to the enemy of God and to their enemy? Just here it, take it, take it, take it. Just surrendering everything. Is that so? Believe that if you want to. I know how y'all got it. Don't you worry. Anyway, 16 says, and Jacob awaked out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Lord is in this place, And I knew it not. Like, you ever been in that situation where you look around like, surely the Lord has been in this place, and I knew it not. And then it'd be too late, right? And whoever the person was, whatever it was, then gone on and sojourned and pilgrim on, and you like, dang, I wonder if that was God. I wonder if that was the spirit. I used to do that when I used to see a lot of European white men looking like Jesus, and they be like, "You got 50 cents? You got $1?" I'll be looking at them like, "You ain't, you ain't Jesus, is you?" I'm like, "You ain't the spirit." I'll be looking at, you gotta judge the spirit sometimes. Sometimes people just want 50 cents to go get a beer or something, right? But then there's some spirits that you be like, that might been God. Like, let me turn around and get this man $1 now. That might have been God. And I was like, as you grow, you learn, right? You know better, you do better, right? But them European white men with the blue eyes and the blonde hair, every time I turn around, be like, dang, Jesus, wasn't you just up on the other corner? Wasn't you just at the other McDonald's? Wasn't you just over? Everywhere I'm seeing blonde hair and blue eyes. God had to deal with me about that blonde hair and blue eyes. They was getting all my dang on money. Just like the church. Anyway, let's go ahead. 17 says, and he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. Oh, shoot, y'all. Heaven got a gate. Jacob done told y'all heaven got a gate, y'all. Pearly gates? Which gate? Anyway, he said, this place right here where I'm at, I know this is of God, and I didn't even know it. He said, this is the house of God, y'all. He says, and this is the gate of heaven. And what did we talk about them gates the other day? Remember I told you that old Rebecca, old Becky Boo, Becky with the good hair. What did we say about them gates the other day? Didn't it say something about when Becky came on the scene that something about guarding the enemy's gates, or the enemy's gonna be guarding your gates? Hold on, I'm looking back in the reading. Hold on. What was said? Oh, I might gotta go back one more chapter. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Yeah, anyway, go back and watch the last one or two reads. They talk about somebody guarding the enemy's gates. Honey, and I try to tell y'all, Rebecca. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna find that. Oh, y'all look it up. Look it up. Genesis, guarding the enemy's gates. Something about the gates. The gates. All I know is the gates of hell shall not prevail. That's all I know about any damn gates, okay? Forget a Bill Gates. I don't know nothing about no gates. All right, let me get back to where I was. Okay. So here we are in chapter 28, And Jacob is telling y'all he was afraid in verse 17. He said, "How dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven." And who guarding that gate? Does anybody know who's guarding the gate of heaven? Y'all ain't gonna make me like I'm damn crazy. I'm trying to read and go forward, but I'm also looking back because I know I told y'all not too long ago that somebody is guarding somebody's gates. When old Rebecca came on the scene, it started talking about guarding somebody else's gates, honey. But anyway, right now we talking about her son Jacob, who allegedly her and her son Jacob stole the birthright from Esau, right? But I told y'all yesterday, God told Rebecca, I don't care what you say, Rebecca, how they come out, the elder is going to serve the younger. And by right in law, and Jacob is the younger, so why Esau don't want to serve us? And how do Esau have the birthright and the blessing and everything of God back into his camp again? When God said he hate Esau. How does Esau end up with everything that belonged to God when God said in his Bible he hate Esau? Why does God hate Esau? Because Esau was the elder twin who's supposed to be serving the younger brother Jacob, and he refused to do it. I told you, white people, Europe people, people that don't want to worship black God, black anything, black children of Israel, they just not going to do it. And instead of Esau serving his brother Jacob, what did it say in verse 27 and 41? And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And he been slaying Jacob ever damn since. All right. So the gate of heaven. Verse 18 in chapter 28 says, And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillows and set it up for a pillar and poured oil upon the top of it. See, they took that pillar and that stone, so when you go back in time looking for it, it ain't there. But why the queen want to sit on top of it where Jacob laid his head? Oh, some freaky stuff right there, baby. She want to sit on the pillow where Jacob laid his head. Honey, or over the pillow, over the stone, whatever that is. I'm still trying to figure it out. But he set it up for a pillar, for a place, an altar unto God, and called it the gate of heaven. What is they doing with that pillar? How did they get all the things of God? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he said he poured oil upon the top of it. Hold on. Hold on now. 19 says, and he called the name of the place Bethel. Bethel. But the name of that city was called Luz at the first. Bethel is translated house of God. Now there's other accounts where they say it's called Peniel. All right, we'll take the we'll take the house of God. We'll take the Bethel right here, okay? He called the name of that place Bethel. But that name, the name of that city was called Luz, L-U-Z, at the first. referencing the house of God. Who would go through the land and pull up pillars, take up altars that was made throughout the land unto God, signifying God spoke to somebody in this place? The ladder went from heaven to earth and earth to heaven. Angels going to and fro. Who would come along and take the stone, the pillar? Well, I'll tell you where you can find that stone at. You can find it right over there in BuckinghamPalace.com. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. I hate to say this, but whenever a queen passes away and another one is going to be coronated and inducted to sit on the throne, they bring this pillar out. They bring this stone out and they slide it underneath this chair, y'all. I did a video on my channel a couple years ago and broke it down for you. And in that same video, I believe I told you Rebecca, the mother of this Jacob and Esau, is related to the queen, the American government, and the Vatican. Somehow, some way. She's Syrian, y'all. She is not Hebrew Israelite. She is not one of us. She's one of them. And I said to y'all yesterday, it says in this Bible, she worked with Jacob to trick Esau. But hell, my spirit says she might have been working with Esau too to trick Jacob out of the blessing again. I don't know. How do Esau have the inheritance? Abraham, all that up in the church, up in Christ. How do they have it? When originally it wasn't even supposed to be his anyway. God said the older shall serve the younger. Jacob is younger than Esau. And Esau know dang on well he should be serving Jacob. But just like when it comes to anything else, especially the Messiah, the world says, I'm not serving black. I'm not worshiping nothing black. Are you kidding me? And before y'all worship other black people, you go put all your trust and hope in baby white Jesus. I'm just saying. You go put your hope in a white man named Jesus you never seen before. I'm just saying. That's what this Bible done for y'all, okay? Verse 20 of chapter 28 says, And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, If God will be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on. 21. So that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my God. Oh, ain't no peace. Jacob said, Esau said he hates you, Jacob. And it ain't never going. It's like the Hatfields and the McCoys, baby. He hates you. He ain't never gonna love you. He ain't gonna never find no likability factor in you. You and your mama tricked him out of whatever it is he said he got tricked out of, and he hates you. And ain't never showed you no mercy since then. But, gone back. Gone back to Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, meaning Becky with the good hair, 2 nations are in the womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Yeah. If you want to say white and black, I don't know how y'all want to chuck it up or how y'all want to do this one. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. They barbarians. That's damn right. And the elder shall serve the younger. Who came out first? And the first came out red and all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. But didn't God just tell you, mammy, Becky with the good hair, that it's going to be two nations coming out of her. It's going to be two separate people coming out of her. It said one going to be stronger than the other, but hell, if you got to kill, steal, and destroy to be strong, you can have it, okay? If you put us and you in the ring without all that other, you know what time, you know who the stronger one is. You know who the stronger one is, right? The elder shall serve the younger. Why you Christians ain't preaching this in church? Huh? Why y'all not making Esau serve Jacob? Huh? You don't got to, because Jacob said, I vowed a vow saying, if God will be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and raiments to put on. 21. So that I come again to my father's house in peace. It'll never be so. Then shall the Lord be my God. How you think Isaac felt when he realized Jacob allegedly and Becky with the good hair deceived him? Remember they put hair on him, goat's hair. They made that stew, that lentil soup, that pottage meat, and they went in there to Isaac. Isaac said, you feel, he said something like, you feel like Esau, but you talk like Jacob. Like, how do you think Isaac felt knowing he was deceived by his Becky with the good hair and his son Jacob to go on to be the father of the 12 nations? Can we talk about stuff like that, or we just gotta go along with what this story say? We can't dive deeper into the issues that's in this Bible within the families. Oh, of course not. Because there's nothing new under the sun. If y'all don't dive deep into the Bible stories, we know we can't go deep into our lives, your lives, my lives. That's unheard of. That's not, no, you can't do that. I suggest we start looking at the lives of the people in the Bible and ask Becky with the good hair why she want to deceive her son. Her husband, when God already told her, Jacob shall be served. That's the birthright, the blessing, all of that. Esau was supposed to come out serving Jacob. And then all of a sudden, boom, Esau running the damn world. Go figure, y'all. Go figure. Y'all better, I will delve deep into that right there. How the hell these people get away with being deceitful and deceiving and lying and all this other stuff? Mm-hmm. And we got to take lessons from them, right? All right, so, boom. Becky with the good hair, son Jacob is saying in 21. Becky with the good hair, her son Jacob says in 21, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my God. No, you may go to your father's house in peace. Oh, you and your mama, Becky with the good hair, y'all created some of this nonsense too. Y'all was out here deceiving people a little bit. You deceived your father and you deceived your mama, deceived your father. Now, what kind of marriage and relationship they had, I really don't know. But most wives don't be going around the world deceiving their husbands for no damn blessing. Unless you the church and you trying to get it from the kingdom of heaven, and they might have hired Becky to come on in with the good hair and deceive Isaac right out the damn inheritance. I'm just trying to tell you something. That's what it sounds like is happening to me. I don't care what this book say. Cause see, when Christianity come along, tell you everybody gotta be good. Everybody gotta no. It was some women in the Old Testament that may have not been good for Isaac. Good, good, good to you. Hey, Becky, like, come on, Isaac. Isaac, give the blessing to Jacob. I still want to know, how do Esau end up with it? Oh, because Paul came along with the church and said, you know what? God said this is ordained that we take control of Abraham's blessing. And y'all went along with it. Y'all believed it. Just like y'all believed in his Jesus, he said you never saw. He told you to walk by faith. He told you to believe in things you can't see and ignore the things you can see. Paul told you that. And verse 22 says, and this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be God's house. Of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the tenth unto thee. See, how does the God's house that Jacob is talking about here, this pillar, this stone, end up in Buckingham Palace? Okay, y'all think I'm lying? The great stone caper. Y'all think I'm lying? Y'all. Jacob Stone. Y'all ain't gonna do me. Y'all is not gonna do me. Not today. The stone of Jacob appears in the book of Genesis as the stone used as a pillow by the Israelite patriarch Jacob at the place later called Beth El. As Jacob had a vision in his sleep, he then consecrated the stone to God. More recently, the stone has been claimed by Scottish folklore and British. Does this say Israelism? Israelism? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you are you serious? I told you the Scottish people, the Celtic people had it first, and British stole it from them. They probably worked out some they probably worked out some deal for Brit to keep it or whatever, but I'm telling you, every time the queen gets coronated, this stone. Some Scottish legends surrounding the stone of Scone, traditionally used for coronations of Scottish kings in the High Middle Ages, have identified this stone with the stone of Jacob. Go figure, y'all. How the hell these people end up with everything that's the Israelites? Hell, if the people don't exist, why do our artifacts exist in their possession? If they made us lost, why they didn't lose everything else about us? If they say we are lost, why do they have all of our possessions? Why didn't they make them go lost in array and hidden and oh, can't nobody find the people? Why, oh, you don't want the people, but you want everything else of God. How dare these people? Y'all think I be lying with some of this stuff I be telling y'all over here, but I don't got time to do that. There was an old lady sitting under a tree. She called me over and she said to me, my days left here may not be long. I wouldn't waste my time telling you nothing wrong. Y'all better go ahead with that. It's called the Stone of Scone. Oh God, you listen. These legends also feature prominently in British Israelism, a belief system that holds the British royal family is descended from King David. Man, Wikipedia. I'll be back to you. I will be back to talk about that another time. Okay, we can't talk. We can't stay right there. It's called the Stone of Jacob. If y'all really want to know what time it is. Oh my God. Oh God, have mercy. Oh yeah, y'all need to go read this. The Royal Throne of England, Westminster. Mm-mm-mm. It was going back and forth between the Scotlands and the British, between Scottish and British. The Stone of Scone, the Great Stone Caper. They was running around fighting over the stone Jacob laid his head on. Here in Genesis chapter. Now, are y'all starting to believe this stuff is real? I told you, just don't read the Bible anymore. Like, oh, I want to be saved. No, historically, you want to be saved. And until you figure out what the hell happened in history, you're never going to get that salvation you are looking for that Paul promised you over there in the new covenant, which he says is a better covenant than the old covenant. And I'm trying to tell you, the new covenant done retch back here, retch around, rinse it off. You know how G.O. Healy said it in the Kings of Comedy, retch around and rinse it off. They done retched around and rinsed off a lot of the stuff that belonged to God in the Old Testament, Old Covenant. But yet they say the new covenant is a better covenant than the old. Well, why the hell the queen couldn't get her own stone in the new covenant? What the hell is she back here in Genesis bothering Jacob, who done had a vision and a dream and built a pillar to the Lord of the house of the Lord, the house of God, the gate of heaven? And what the hell the queen got it? How she end up with it? I'm telling you, if y'all don't believe they ran through this world like a mad world, with the W under the trees and everybody running around looking for money and it be right up under your nose some dang on time. What is they running around the world trying to get all of God's pillars and stones and everything that belonged to Jacob and the Israelites? If Paul says the new covenant, the church is a better covenant. That's what he said. He said it's a better resurrection and a better covenant. So why the hell they back here digging up all our ancestors' treasures and stealing all our ancestors' treasures? And I told you, they trying to write themselves in with King David, and they put that blue star attached to him. I'm trying to tell you. They're writing themselves in all these stories, but I don't care how they write it. Genesis 25 and 23 said the older brother of the two twins shall serve the younger. And Esau ain't want to serve Jacob then, and he ain't trying to serve Jacob now. How you like me? Now. Let's go on into 29, because I will surely give thee a tenth unto thee. He says in 22, and this stone, the stone of scone, the Scottish stone, the British stone of is what did it say? Israelism. 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 I don't care how y'all judge this shit up and how you make it sound all pretty and perfect. Y'all are thieves, liars, deceivers, out here stealing stones and sitting your old butt up on top. Look, didn't I just read it to you? Didn't I just read it to you? These stones are used when the queen sits her butt down to get coronated, traditionally used for coronations of Scottish kings in high Middle Ages, have identified this stone with the stone of Jacob. Supposedly, the stone of Jacob was brought to Ireland by the prophet Jeremiah and thence to Scotland. I don't care who they say brought it where, they ain't bring it back, they ain't give it back, and why keep possession of it if it don't belong to you? And they know the world don't belong to them, and they ain't trying to give back the possession of the land. They're not trying to do it, y'all. This Bible and what the children of Israel had with God, to the point where Jacob have a vision. He see a ladder from heaven to earth, earth to heaven, angels up and down on it. He fall asleep there. He get him some stones, lay down on it, put some oil on it, anointed the stones, and then we see the queen sitting her butt on top of it every time she get coronated. Now, if that ain't a smack in the face, if that ain't them playing in your face, I don't know what is. 29 verse 1. Let's read, because this story get a whole lot better. Oh, when we get to the book of Exodus and y'all want to plead that blood of Jesus, y'all want to plead the blood of Jesus, but do you serve the Passover? Because that spirit of death passed over everybody's house that had the blood on it. And it wasn't human blood that was shed to put on the doorpost. No, it wasn't, y'all. I don't care how y'all sum it up. It wasn't human blood. So y'all can't compare the blood of Jesus over there in your Christianity to the blood that was on the doorpost. It was there to pass over the spirit of death. So no spirit of death can come in these houses, because that was signifying God taking Pharaoh's firstborn child. Boom. That's the last thing I'm going to do in Egypt. And what I need y'all to do is bake a couple cakes, go borrow some jugs, fill them up, do this, put the blood over your doorpost, get all their jewels, get all their jewelry, get all their wealth and everything, it seemed like. Just go. Put that blood on your doorpost. And God said if it's not there, when that spirit of death come through and that blood ain't on the doorpost, baby. So now Christianity come. Paul said, hey, just plead the blood, just like it was for the Passover. Plead it over your life. Plead it. And some of y'all still dying. Some of y'all still spiritually dead. Some of y'all still lost your firstborn child. Because don't listen to Paul. That blood in the Old Testament was specifically to cause that spirit of death to keep on traveling. I can't wait till we get to the book of Exodus. Ooh, honey. So Jacob says in 29:1, then Jacob went on his journey and came into the land of the people of the east. Oh, and when I get to some other stuff in this read right here, I'm gonna point out to you in the world, like I've been doing, where you could find it as well. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me do this. Let me do this real quick to be sure myself. Picture of Queen's coronation chair. I tell you no lie. Oh, baby, it is right there. Look, it's y'all can't see it. Pull your own pull. Stop being lazy on this channel. I've done a lot of work for y'all over here when it comes to this Bible and anything else I talk to y'all about over here. Pull out your phones, pull out whatever it is. Google, just like I did, picture of Queen's coronation chair. You're going to see how big they made this chair because they wanted to put a pillar. They wanted to put a big old stone underneath this chair. And the report I did then said this chair was made, it was custom made to fit the stone. That's how bad the Queen in Buckingham Palace wanted this stone. And she got it. And I'm quite sure when Queen Elizabeth got coronated, that stone came out. You can see it's clear as day. You can see it's a big old the damn chair looked like the Vatican, but in the stone it slides right underneath that seat. Yes, it does. But it doesn't touch the floor. It's like it has something to sit on underneath the chair, and then it's like a spot where it just slides right in there. That's why I read the Bible, okay? Hell, the Bible and all this stuff make it as depressed. A lot of people say, "Oh, she read the Bible because she depressed." She didn't. No, 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 no. A lot of this stuff we read and talk about make you depressed if you don't know what the hell you're doing. Okay, I do this to show y'all that the reason why the world is the way it is today is based on some of the things in this Bible, like the stone of Jacob. How the hell they got the stone of Jacob? They want to be related to David, but you heard me read. They say the queen is the descendant of Jacob, David, but she don't want nothing to do with Jacob other than his stone. You can't pick and choose which relative. Man, listen. They can't pick and choose. Oh, they want to be descendants of David. But yet they don't want to. They can't prove that they're descendants of uh, Judah. They can't prove that they're descendants of what's Judah's son name? Perez. Oh, they can't prove none of it. They can't prove Nashon, Salmon, Obed, Jesse. They can't prove none of that. Oh, but they'll pick David out because they know God told David because of Bathsheba, you're going to have a sword in your house for the rest of your days. So they adopted David. Like, oh, come on over here, David. You be down with us a little bit. And they attached that damn demonic star to his name. That's what they did. Talking about we the relatives of David now. Lord have mercy. Well, who is David relatives to? Are you relatives to those relatives and those relatives and those relatives of David? If y'all don't stop letting these man, oh man, oh man. It's got to be some of the dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. These people obviously don't want nothing to do with God and the children of Israel, but I bet you they got that Ark of the Covenant some dang on where. I bet you they got that shoe bread somewhere. I bet you they got them tablets and them commandments and they got that stone. I bet you they got everything. Everything. Everything of God's but God and his people. How about that? So Jacob goes on to say, basically, then Jacob went on his journey and he came into the land of the people of the east too. And he looked, and behold, the well in the field. And lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it. For out of that well they watered the flocks. And a great stone was upon the well's mouth. Remember, stones was like the one rolled away from the tomb when they was trying to look for Jesus. And Paul said, no, 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 no. He hurried up and went to heaven. Paul said, no, 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 no. You can't see my Jesus. My Jesus got up from the dead and went to heaven in the flesh. Y'all think I'm lying? Go listen to the morning reads. Start with November 9th. Acts chapter 1. Try to catch up to us now. Paul told y'all in that in the better covenant. He said the better resurrection and the better covenant over there in Christianity. And I told you it stole everything from old covenant. So how could it be such a good religion? How could it be when they mimicked everything and stole everything from old covenant? Even the stone of Jacob now. Nothing these people have in possession that makes them rich, great rulers, leaders, kings, and queens worth a damn because they stole it all. And if you go through the world and do what they did to you, baby, you won't be here. You won't be able to do to them what they've done to you. That's why you got to get God back involved, y'all. You got to get God back involved, y'all. So, 3 says, and thither were all the flocks gathered, and they rolled the stone from the well's mouth, and watered the sheep, and put the stone again upon the well's mouth in its place. In his place. 4, and Jacob said unto them, Jacob, what did you say? My brethren, whence be ye? My brethren, whence be ye? And they said, of Haran are we. The heck you mean? We of Haran. Who be you? Who is you? Don't be asking me who I am. Who be you? That's what Jacob like. Whence be ye? Like who are you? Where you come from? Who you be? Where you be? And they said, of Haran are we. Verse 5. And he said unto them, know ye Laban the son of Nahor? Not the son of Nahor. 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 And they said, we know him. Now, Rebecca, she's a Syrian. She's not ASSYR. It's SYRIAN. Syrian. It could be Assyrian, Syrian. They all in the same place to me over there, same people for the most part. Why is everybody going to Rebecca's house to her brother Laban to get a wife? Let me just say this. Abraham said, I want a wife for my son Isaac. Go find me a wife. So, she was watering the animals. She took them back to the house, gave them a drink, gave the camels drink, and they said, ooh, this is the one for Isaac. Now, Isaac is telling Jacob, don't look at no Canaanite woman. You better go to the house of your mother, to the brother, to get a wife from him. Are y'all... I don't know what it means right now yet to me, y'all. But are you following me? We got Becky with the good hair. She's a stranger or an alien, if you want to say, because she is not She's a Gentile, if you want to say, because she is not a Hebrew Israelite according to the Bible. She's Syrian. Becky with the good hair. She come to Isaac. All of a sudden, she tricking her son and her husband with her other son. You gotta pay attention to Becky with the good hair right now. This Bible says she was fair, beautiful woman. I don't know about all that. Y'all seem to like liars and how good they look and sound, huh? I don't know. Once I hear you tell a great, great, great big lie like this, you don't look good to me at all anymore. I'm sorry. Like, you just don't look good to me anymore. But old Becky with the good hair, the whole world is still looking at her like, oh, her and her son Jacob tricked the father and got the birthright and all this. Man, listen, if that's so, why we don't have it? Why y'all got the birthright and the blessing? Again, again, why don't we have it? If Becky with the good hair went out her way to help her younger son, who the older son's supposed to be serving any damn way, went out her way to help him get the blood. First of all, Esau sold his birthright. Why we don't have it? Jacob can't get back that bowl of pottage, lentil soup, and red meat or deer meat, whatever he ate for his birth. We can't get that back. So, how does he end up with it? And then the blessing. The mama and the brother tricked him out of that. How he end up with it? Unless Becky with the good hair. I'm telling you. Mama, it's something with Rebecca, y'all. But everybody got to go to Rebecca's house to get a wife, okay? Everybody has to go to Rebecca's house to see Laban. You reckon Laban was a pimp? He had a harem of women he could just let off to be people wives whenever they need a wife. Why does everybody got to go to Laban's house? I think Laban was running some other kind of. Laban was, Laban must have been pimping these women out. Okay, cause remember, it was Laban who ran out the house when the servant was going to look for Rebecca, right? For Isaac. He come running out to see if the deal was good. Remember, he said he gave the woman jewelry and gave her a nose ring, and Laban ran out the house to see if the price was right. To see if he himself could get some money out. Y'all remember that, right? We read that, right? I know we did. I know we did, honey. We've been reading a lot over here. Anyway, it goes on to say, y'all. So 5 says, you know Laban, the son of Nahor, not the son of the whore, the son of Nahor. 6, and he said unto them, is he well? And they said, he is well. And behold, Rachel his daughter cometh with the sheep. Now you got Rachel and you got Leah. Now what I know about Rachel and Leah, honey, Laban gonna tell Jacob he gotta work 7 years for, I think he wanted Leah, and he worked the 7 years, 12 years as a slave, and Jacob had to do 14 years, honey. Jacob had to do 7. Laban gonna deceive Jacob and say, you work for us 7 years and slave for us, you can have Leah. I think he wanted Leah, and they end up giving him Rachel, or it could be vice versa. He wanted Rachel and they end up giving Leah first, and then he like, I really don't want her, but since I got her, hell, I'll keep whichever one it was, but that's the one I want. And he had to work another. He had to pay some more dues. That's why I told y'all yesterday and the day before, Laban ain't no damn good, y'all. But we starting to realize a lot of these people in the Bible had character flaws and had some issue with them, right? Even in the presence of God, even in this Bible. So we're not per se in the Bible. So we're going to have some issue with us. But these people were in the Bible. The stories was written about them. And they had a whole lot of issue with them. Especially Laban. Now let's read. Do you know Laban? Do you know the Laban man, the Laban man, the Laban man? I know Jacob probably like, hey, I wish I never met his ass. But anyway, 7 says, and he said, lo, it is yet high day. Neither is it time that the cattle should be gathered together. Water ye the sheep and go and feed them. 8, and they said, we cannot until all the flocks be gathered together, until they roll the stone from the well's mouth. Then we water the sheep. See, the stones they dealt with back then, you had to roll the stone. You just couldn't go pick it up one man. How the queen, how they get the stone over there in Buckingham Palace, it's not like one man could carry these kind of stones. It took at least 2. 9 says, and while he yet spake with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. 10, and it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother. His mother's brother. Y'all know what? I just hate to say this, but it sounds like somebody trying to keep their bloodline pure, right? Oh, God have mercy today. But I told you Becky with the good hair is Syrian. She's not Hebrew Israelite, right? And I told you Becky with the good hair may be related to the queen who is trying to keep her bloodline pure, right? Y'all catch that on spirit. Now, it goes to say in verse 11, and Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept. What the hell are you kissing her for? I swear to God. What did he kiss that woman for? I'm just reading the story. And he lifted up his voice and wept. So it's Rachel he want first. And they gonna send out Leah. They are gonna watch the trick. Watch the trick Laban play on Jacob. Okay. That's why I said everybody that's down with God don't have good discernment. All right. Jacob was one of them. All he know is Rachel just blew his top off with this kiss. And all he know is he want Rachel. Rachel. Let's see. So, and Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother and that he was Rebekah's son. And she ran and told her father. All right now. Wow. Somebody bloodline is being destroyed here, Jacob. And the more you mix with other races, the more your bloodline may get watered down, people. I'm just saying. Honey, Jacob told Rachel he was her father's brother and that he was Rebecca's son, and she ran and told her father. Their relatives. 13. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him. Brotherly love. Greet him with a brotherly kiss. That's the better resurrection, and that's the better covenant Paul is talking about over there in the New Testament. Kiss him with a brotherly look. Kiss him. Greet him. Mm-hmm. Demons be transferring every time you hug, slap, high five. Y'all better be mindful of that, okay? Be mindful. Anyway, 13. 13 says, and it came to pass when Laban, I was going to say Laban, when Laban, Laban, heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. 14. And Laban said to him, boy, sound like the devil, don't it? Surely that art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month. And you know what, Queen? If we are, this is how we related, okay? This is how right here. This mixing and matching and garanimoing and kissing and hugging and everything. Becky with the good hair, Isaac, Jacob, Rebecca. Oh, that's Becky with the good hair. Rachel, Leah, Laban. It all started right here, baby. Right here. Right here. It's a lot going on with this family right here. But let's see how he played Jacob. 14. And Laban said unto him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him by the space of 1 month. 15. And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wages be? Here we go, y'all. And Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. 17 says, Leah was tender-eyed, and Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. They said Leah was tender, Tend, not tender. Ain't nobody on Tinder. I said tender, Tender, tender-eyed, translated delicate or soft. But Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. They said Leah was hard to... Leah wasn't that eye candy that was easy to look upon. She was delicate and soft, but she wasn't like Rachel, okay? Rachel was a looker. Oh, listen. I told you he loved Rachel. 18. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter. Now, Jacob, I hope she wasn't too young. 18 is young. Under that is too young. Now, how old was his younger daughter? Well, y'all don't like to talk about that when it comes to the Bible. How old are these girls? For y'all to be saying, "Oh, there's nothing new under the sun," and then you see from the 1900s all the way up to now, damn near everybody like young women, young girls, young boys. Knock it off. There is something new under the sun. It's called ReligionWinked TV, damn it. And we here to set the record straight in the captive free, bitch. And we doing it with this Bible, okay? Because Laban is still out here in the world charging people to marry their beautiful daughters. But then when you go to get the one daughter you want, Laban gonna say, here go the delicate and the soft-eyed looking girl, Leah. Baby, Rachel, it's gonna cost you more than 7 years if you want my youngest daughter. I told you. These people be running around here marrying off their children to these strange people and stuff. Like, knock it off. You gonna run into a Laban. Laban, here we go. Jacob loved Rachel, right? Verse 18. And said, I will serve these 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter. 19. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me. It's better I give her to you. Hell, you got the most money. You're the son of Isaac, Isaac of Abraham, Abraham's of God. I want my daughter to be with you. And that's how fathers around the world, especially over there in the East, do their little girls. They look and see who got the richest money, who kings, who's sitting on thrones, who got camels and cattle and land. And I bet half the women they get pawned off to don't even like half the men. The men be 50 years old some dang on time. They be 13, 9, 12, 10, 11. Like, are y'all sick? But most of them get it from this Bible. That's why they don't have the ages of the girls in here. A lot of people take from this Bible and somehow pervert it and make it sick. Like Laban in verse 19, Laban says, it is better that I give her unto thee than that I should give her to another man. You shouldn't be giving your children, period. Let them grow up, hell, and make a decision for themselves as to who they want to love and be with. But there's some parents like Laban, if the price ain't right, you can't bite tonight. Hey, if the price ain't right, you can't bite, honey. So he says in verse 20, and Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had to her for her. And y'all never thought your forefather Jacob would sell out for a piece of cooch, right? He done sold out for Rachel. Worked 7 years. 7 years. Seemed like a few days. He done sold out for Rachel. Laban know what he doing. Laban know good and well he about to push Leah. He like, hell, you about to take both my daughters. And that's exactly what happens. I bet you if he'd have said to Jacob, you know what, Jacob, if you want Rachel, you got to take Leah too. They inseparable. They're red light special, honey. Jacob would have been like, no, my mother sent me here for one wife, not 2 wives. But he gonna leave there with the 2. Go figure. Go figure. Laban done got 2 of his daughters married, done got some work from the patriarch, Jacob, of all people. Oh, he's not the father of many nations. What did God tell him he was going to be? He said, and thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south, and in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. And Jacob over here selling out for a piece of cooch. Yeah. Oh, what's that song? The birds and the bees and the whatever tree, honey. Rachel, Rebecca, get your sons. Get your son, Rebecca, because your brother, Laban, is playing them. Get your son, Becky. Get your son. All right, so now y'all listen. All right, so listen. All right, so here we are. Laban says in 19, it's better I give it to you than any other man. 20, and Jacob served 7 years to Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days for the love he had to her. 21, and Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go into her. Give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go unto her. And that statement, go unto her, is a sexual statement, okay? He like, I done worked and stayed with you for 7 years. Give me Rachel. Long overdue. Been in love with her since the day I first met her and kissed her. Didn't even know who she was. Bring my wife. Bring her, come. Bring her to me now. No. Laban has other plans. How he punking Jacob like this, y'all, I don't know. But he says in 22, Laban, and Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. Like he gonna really bring out, look at what look how Laban played this out, y'all. 23, and it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him, and he went in unto her. Ew, I thought you wanted Rachel, Jacob. So listen, he don't even say, where is Rachel? Where is my wife? I didn't ask you for Leah. I worked 7 years for her. He just bring out the daughter and sleep with her. That's what it just says here. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him, and he went in unto her. That's saying he had sex with her, okay? 24, and Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah, his maid, for an handmaid. So Laban give Leah a handmaid named Zilpah. 25, and it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah. And he said to Laban, what is this that thou hast done unto me? Did not I serve with thee for Rachel? Did you look Rachel in her face before you went into her? How did you not know it was not Jacob? How God God choose you to be the father of 12 and the earth and all the families going to be blessed in you. And you're going to get up the next morning and say, where Rachel? You didn't know that was not Rachel? Just like so many other men. Don't know who the hell they be sleeping with either, honey. But you didn't know that was Rachel. You're going to go into this woman. You didn't light a candle. You didn't, the stars wasn't shining. The moon, pillar by cloud, pillar, cloud by day, pillar of fire by night. You couldn't see. When you kissed this woman, you didn't know it was not the woman you kissed earlier? Come on, Jacob. Or did you know? Like Mary knew her baby was part of a big ass lie too. Did you know, Jacob? Did you want both the women too? Was you going along with it like how you just slept with the woman and didn't know it wasn't Rachel? You didn't know it was the younger one? All right, Jacob, we got to keep our eye on you as well, okay? So far, we got our eye on Becky with the good hair. Isaac couldn't tell his sons apart. I mean, there's a lot going on here, y'all. Jacob, not knowing the sisters apart. I mean, hell, you supposed to look at the person. You supposed to, I don't know, Jacob. What if he'd have stuck a Hugh lamb or a she lamb or one of them rams? You wouldn't have you would have woke up in the morning time talking about, what is this, Laban? Where is Rachel at, Laban? What would you have done? So why you ain't do it with Leah? How come you did not know that was not Leah? If you love Rachel so much, how are you going to sleep with her sister Leah first? Was you drunk? Like your great grandfather Noah? Was you drunk? And Laban just slipped Leah in on you and you just did what you did, and then you wake up in the morning and when you realize it wasn't the lovely Rachel, it was the delicate and soft looking Leah, you got scared. What the hell happened, Jacob? I'm just trying to help the brothers not make the same mistake you did. You worked for 7 years like you gotta work for something. Baby, you was Jacob. Just like the queen was flocking to your pillow, I'm sure women was flocking to your peen. You're Jacob. And here you find yourself in Laban's house getting played like this. Oh, you couldn't have hung with me, honey. You couldn't have been my road dog part. Baby Jacob, I gotta school you on some things, okay? You don't let nobody play you like this, honey. But let's see. Because some people like this. Some people like being played. 25 says, and it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah. Oh, he like, oh God. He like, and that's the one Laban was trying to push off on him first. Remember? He said, no, I want Rachel. Laban said, no, you got to work for her. And he worked 7 years and ended up with Leah. Baby, I'd have been like, Laban, can I talk to you for a minute? Come here, brother. Come here, Laban. You must not know about me. You must not know about me, baby. Didn't I just tell you I set up a pillar over there, the stone, and the angels was going to and fro, and I opened up the gates of heaven? You don't know about me, baby. You better go check out Bethel over there, the place of the house of God. You don't know about me. You got me down here working for 7 years. You got me down here waking up to this daughter of yours. Come on. Come on. Come on, Laban. I know you my mama brother, but baby, that don't mean nothing to me. I'm a child of God. Me and Laban would have been out there, baby, rolling in the dust. We'd have been rolling in the dust, honey. Yeah, he couldn't have played me like this. I'd have been feeling some kind of way if I was Jacob. But let's see how it play out. Because Laban said in 26, and Laban said, it must not be so done in our country to give the younger before the firstborn. In his country, a country Jacob, Isaac, and Abraham knew nothing about. Listen to what he's saying. His country. It ain't right for us to give the younger. You got to take the older. See, at least they're obedient that way. God told the elder in our country, Esau, you gonna serve the younger. Esau got pissed off, mad at God, and been mad at the world ever since. Are y'all following me? It's not right for us to give the younger before the firstborn. You knew that when I worked for you for 7 years. Why you didn't tell me this? See, Jacob, I'm going to need for y'all to start speaking up. When the devil come at you like this, I'm going to need for y'all to address it and question it. Like, hold up, wait a minute. I don't know nothing about your rules and your laws. All I know is I said I wanted your daughter Rachel. You said work for 7 years. 7 years came and gone, and you still telling me about it ain't right to give up your firstborn. I meant your younger child. You got to marry off the firstborn. Like, I'm not trying to hear this, sir. That's not what you told me, sir. It couldn't. I'd have been like, you know what? Keep all your damn children. I'm going to find me another Rachel. Be like, Laban, the hell with you. Ain't no way in hell. No, thank you, Laban. Keep all your daughters, okay? That just would have been me if I was a man and I was in Jacob's shoes. I would have told Laban, you know what? No, 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 no. But we need it. I think we need Leah. I think, is it Leah the mother of Judah? Boop, boop, boop. We'll find out. We'll find out shortly. We need them though, because we need Rachel. We need Leah. They the mothers. So they're the mothers of these alleged 12 tribes coming down the pipeline. No, we need them, okay? But I'd have been like, Laban, screw you, your household, your camel, all y'all. You played me 7 years. I've been here. I can't get Rachel. I don't want her and don't want Leah. I didn't want Leah from the beginning, okay? Nope, I'd have been out, y'all. Anyway, so he says, it must not be done so in our country to give the younger before the firstborn. 27. Fulfill her week, and we will give thee this also for the service which thou shalt serve with me yet 7 other years. He said, you will fulfill her a week, and we will give thee this also for the service which thou shalt serve with me yet 7 other years. Laban getting 14 years out of the patriarch. 28. And Jacob did so and fulfilled her week and gave him Rachel, his daughter, to wife also. So he finally gives up Rachel. 29. And Laban gave to Rachel his daughter, Bilhah, his handmaid, to be her maid. So Leah got Zilpah, Rachel got Bilhah. 30. And it went And he went in also unto Rachel, and he loved also Rachel more than Leah, and served with him yet 7 other years. This is a total of 14 years, y'all. 31. And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. Mm, mm, mm. Jump, jump, jump to it. Yes, see, the Lord be jumping right on it. The Lord be jumping right on it. He said he'll use the weak to confound the wise, the strong, and the foolish to confound the wise. See, Laban thought he was getting away with something here. But you see how he said God saw that they hated Leah and he opened her womb, gave her seed immediately. But Rachel was like old Sarah, barren. That womb is not fruitful right now, not fruitful. And 32. And Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben. Don't Reuben sleep with his daddy? Look, look, look. Called his name Reuben, for she said, surely the Lord hath looked upon my affliction. Now therefore my husband will love me. Why they say there's nothing new under the sun? Because some of y'all women think the same way. You have a baby by a man and, oh, he gonna love me. He gonna leave that woman over there. He ain't gonna never leave me. I got his baby. God have mercy today. Leah. Leah. Any Leah's in the house tonight? Stand up. Leah, stand up, stand up, stand up. Let me talk to you, Leahs. I don't care how many children you have by a man. If he don't love you, he just don't love you. And 9 times out of 10, if he don't love you, he ain't gonna stay with you. So stop thinking you gonna have a baby to trap a man, keep a man, get a man to love you. That's played out. There's nothing new under the sun. Obviously, it didn't work for Leah because he in love with Rachel. I don't care how many children Leah had by Jacob. He in love with Rachel off the bat. You can have a football field, a football team. You could have, hell, Yankee Stadium full of teams. The man don't want you, don't want to be with you, love your sister, your mother, your brother, your aunt, your uncle better than you. Ain't no baby in this world, not even sweet baby Jesus. Gonna keep them there with you, okay? All right, Leah. Leah said, oh, Lord. And 33 says, and she conceived again and bare a son and said, because the Lord hath heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon. We got Reuben and we got Simeon. Now this Leah, Reuben and Simeon by Leah so far, right? Reuben, Simeon, Leah, Jacob. Leah, Jacob, Reuben, Simeon, right? 34 says, and she conceived again and bare a son and said, now this time will my husband be joined unto me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore was his name called Levi. Hey, Levi. Hey, Haiti. How are you? So listen, we got Reuben, Simeon, Levi, all by Leah. And thanks, Holy Spirit, because I was right about something in this Bible. I was right about something. 35 says, and she conceived again and bare a son. And she said, now I will praise the Lord. Therefore, she called his name Judah, and left bearing. And she stopped bearing. She gave up the womb, closed up, ain't had no more kids. She got how many by Jacob? Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah. Out of Leah and Jacob. Let's be very clear here, all right? Because it's a whole lot of sleeping around going around right now in this dang on Bible. Out of Leah and Jacob comes a son named Judah. And out of Judah, mm, 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 sprang the Lion of the tribe of Judah. It said he sprang out. Boom. One didn't say he was born or birthed or reborn or it said he sprang. Boom. Leah, Jacob, Judah. It's going to tell you, even in the genealogies, that Judah has a son named Perez. And it's on him because Judah had 4 sons. Y'all think the Christ came out of all 4 sons of Judah. No. It's Judah, it's his son Perez, okay? And then comes the Salmons, the Nations, the Obeds, the Jessies, the Boazes, and all of them all come down to David and gone down. Well, the queen says she come after David, so I don't know what y'all gonna do about that. And at this point in time, with everybody sleeping around with everybody, she may very well be related to David. I'm gonna just leave it at David, okay? Might be related to David. And if not, they did him very dirty by putting that 5-star pointed blue whatever over there, them triangles they got attached together over there, representing David, right? Oh, Israel. All right. So she have her 4 sons, and she is done bearing children. And we're going right into chapter 30, verse 1. Let's read. Shout out to anybody coming into the chat. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for holding me down. It is what it is. We're on episode 322, and we got 43 to go. I didn't want to do it tonight. I really didn't want to do it tonight. But I said it's not my will. I knew it. I was gonna tell y'all when Laban had gave Leah Zilpah, I was gonna say to y'all, I think Jacob had kids with Zilpah and maybe Bilhah. And see, y'all would think that the line of the tribe of Judah came out of all of that and some. No. Just like the 12 tribes come out of Jacob, Leah, and Rachel, the tribe of Judah, the Christ, come out of Leah, Jacob, and his son Perez. Are you following me? Are you guys with me? Now here come Rachel. In verse 30, chapter 30, verse 1. And when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister and said unto Jacob, give me children, or else I'll die. I ain't never want to have a baby by a man so bad I say I'll die. But old Hannah, baby, when Peniel was over there teasing Hannah in the book of Samuel, Hannah surely wanted to die. She was going to the temple, it say yearly. And old what's his name? Elkanah said to her, the high priest or whoever his name was over there, Said, Hannah, what wrong with you? You acting kind of drunk, Hannah. Hannah said, no, Lord, no, Lord, 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 Lord. Oh, my son, he just got children with Penia over there. Panina. Y'all know Panina, whatever her name is. And he got children by her. I don't have no children. I swear, if the Lord give me a child, I'ma dedicate him to the Lord. But she was crying. She was drunk. She wasn't drunk. She appeared to be drunk and dang on ready to die because she ain't have no baby by her husband. Ain't not to the point where you ready to die, honey. Verse 2, and Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel, and he said, am I in God's stead, who hath withheld from thee the fruit of the womb? He said, am I God? Did I shut up your womb? Well, your damn daddy probably got something to do with that. Hell, if he would have brought you out first, maybe it all would have went into you. But he brought out your sister first. I'm not God. I don't have anything to do with your womb being shut up, lady. Hell, you coming over here crying to me for? It said Jacob was kindled. He was mad. Like, I don't got nothing to do with it. I got wives, honey, and I'm going to get it in. While these spermatozoas is still strong, honey, better get it while you can. You better go do like Hannah. Go to the temple, pretend like you drunk and crying in the spirit, and maybe God will hear you, honey. But right now, I got my 4 sons, and he ain't done yet, y'all. Jacob is not done. When they say he the father of 12, the children of Israel, these men got more children in the world than you could even fathom or even imagine, exceedingly above and beyond all that you could think of or imagine. These men got some children. Y'all say Abraham and Sarah. I'm going to tell you Abraham, Sarah, and Keturah. Y'all say Jacob, Rachel, and Leah. We going to say Jacob, Leah, Zilpah, Rachel, Bilhah, and anybody else. We can figure out who he slept with in his Bible, okay? We're going to tell the story. We're going to tell it right? Okay, so let's tell it. He said, I don't know. I didn't withheld anything from the fruit of your womb. See, if you would have obeyed God, God said, Moses, you tell them this day. I said, obey me. They'll be blessed in the fruit of their womb, in the city, in the country, in the fields, in the storehouse. I ain't got nothing to do with your womb being shut up. Possibly you're bearing the sins of your father. Laban out here lying and deceiving people, and possibly you girls is out here bearing the fruits thereof. I don't blame me for this, okay? That's what Jacob's saying. Like, I am in God's stead. He said, who hath withheld from thee the fruit of thy womb? Don't act like I'm in God's place. No, no. 3, and she said, behold, my maid Bilhah, go in unto her. What's wrong with these crazy ass women in this Bible? If Jacob go into Bilhah and conceive a son with her, it ain't your son. As Sarah, she learned her lesson. What you women, y'all ain't gonna learn your lesson? Okay, all right, go into Bilhah. It still ain't the Lion of the tribe of Judah. I don't give a damn what y'all say. He could have as many women and many seeds, as many dust and sands of the earth as he want to. He can have as many handmaids as he want to. That does not negate or change the lineage of Jacob, Leah, and his son Perez. Boom. Or let's just say Jacob and Leah. No, you can't say Jacob and Leah because Jacob had about 55 damn sons. And we looking for the one Perez, okay? That's the son we looking for. That's the lineage from Jacob to Perez. You can't just say, oh, he came out of Jacob. Nah, because Jacob had children with Rachel, children with Zilpah, children with Bilhah, and whoever else he want to give a child to. And then with Leah, he had at least 4 sons that I know of. But when I study the lineage, it's Perez that bring forth the Lion of the tribe of Judah. So she said, go into my handmaid Bilhah, and she shall bear upon my knees. Upon who knees? You're going to sit there and let another woman bear upon your knees a baby, a seed that that come from your husband? The Bible getting a little sick, y'all. It's a little twisted. It's a little sick. It's a little nothing new under the sun. So I understand why some of y'all women doing what Sarah did and doing what Rachel doing, begging your man to go into another woman to give you a child because you doubt and don't have no belief that you yourself can conceive and bring forth a child. It just won't be the man child. It just won't be a savior born unto us, right? Or you can have a child, all right. Well, let's see. So, and she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, verse 4, to wife, and Jacob went in unto her. 5, and Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son. 6, and Rachel said, God hath judged me, and hath also heard my voice, and have given me a son. Therefore, she called his name. Oh, man. See, listen. Rachel. Patience is a virtue. Let me just say that first of all. But Rachel, if you would have waited, you might have would have had another son other than the son named Dan. Oh, baby. Do you know what they say Dan did? Dan turned on God, wanted to be the Levites, wanted to be Moses and Aaron, and he said no. So he went on to be the Pharisees, scribes, the Sanhedrins, and the wicked, leaders of that day. Still, I would say original 12 sons, but when Jacob went to give out his blessings, he was like, you know what? Dan got kicked out. So Dan is one of Rachel's sons, her firstborn son, the littlest tribe of them all, got kicked out. Dan wanted to be the high priest. God and everybody said no. Dan went killing up people in the land and ended up finding himself being not the high priest of God, but the Pharisees and scribes at that time, the Sanhedrins. Well, I don't know, y'all. So her first seed is what I'm saying turned out to be wicked. And if she may have not asked her husband to go into her handmaid and all that other stuff to have a baby, doubting God and all this stuff, maybe she would have been the mother to one of the other brothers and not that wicked one, Dan. I'm just saying. Like, we got to really think about the things we doing in life and how it come back to us. I don't know. I would never ask my husband to go into another woman for a child, period. And I dang sure won't say to him, or else I'll die. Give me a baby or I'll die. Like, are you serious? So anyway, she has Dan. 7. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again and bare Jacob a second son. Do you notice? Do you notice they did not name the first son of Bilhah? Did you notice they did not mention the first son's name? And it says she bare him a second son. And they don't name the second son here either. But with Rachel and Leah, they're mentioning their sons. Because I do believe the 12 tribes come out of Rachel and Leah. But why not Bilhah? You having babies with Bilhah and Zilpah in between all of this. So I'm really not I'm understanding, but I'm really not understanding why Leah and Rachel, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, Issachar, Asher, Gad. Who else, y'all? Come on. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Well, we know there's, Joseph, Benjamin. Damn, how am I forgetting them, right? We're not talking Ephraim and we're not talking Manasseh right now because Joseph, we dealing with Joseph. When you don't mention Joseph, you mention Manasseh and Ephraim. When you don't mention Joseph and Dan, you mention Manasseh and Ephraim. But I'm just talking originally going by birth here. They didn't mention Zilpah's son's name, and they didn't mention Bilhah's son's name. But that doesn't mean Jacob don't have other children in the world. Like I told you about Abraham yesterday. Was Abraham a good father, dang it? Abraham had children with a wife named Keturah. Said they good children, but I'm only going to give them gifts. And said he gave everything else to Isaac. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's where some of y'all fathers get it from. Okay, y'all take a lot from Abraham. Y'all put the women out with the baby sometime. And then, to fit this biblical story, y'all will have kids with other women, but only Isaac gonna get everything. What the hell that Bible say yesterday? Isaac gonna get everything. I said, oh, is he? Chapter 25. Then Abraham again took a wife, and her name was Keturah. She bare Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Median, Ishbak, Shuha. And then Jokshan, he beget some people. They were all the children of Keturah and Abraham. Verse 5 of 25 says, and Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac. And I said, Abraham ain't no goddamn good daddy. That ain't being fair, Abraham. But y'all having all these children, and I thank God we got it down to the 12 tribes. I'm grateful. But y'all got all these other kids in the world y'all forgetting about and leaving out this Bible story. No wonder they mad over there in the East. Oh, I'd be mad too if you leave me out one of the said greatest stories ever told. My daddy Abraham got all these kids over here by Keturah, and you only want to talk about Sarah and Hagar? I wish you would. I wish you would. Talk about all your other kids, but not mine. I wish you would. And then when they do mention the other children, Abraham said he gave them gifts. He said, and Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac. Verse 6. But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had. Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac his son. Why can't they play with his half brother? Why can't they play with the brother, Abraham? And some of y'all fathers is like that. Keep the family divided. Keep them separated. Y'all got a lot of issues with y'all. But I'm going to point it out for y'all. I told you, anything I read in this Bible, I could look out in the world and see. I could see clearly now the rain is gone. Yes. Abraham, and I could see you was a ain't-ish dad if you gave it all to Isaac and only gave little gifts to the rest of them sons you had, honey. That ain't fair. I'd like to know what your Christmas tree looked like. And then you're going to give them gifts and send them away from Isaac? They couldn't grow up with Isaac? They couldn't grow up with Ishmael? Nah, Abraham. No, you got some explaining to do. I know ain't nobody else questioning you like this, Abraham. Well, hell, we on the same team. I should have a right to question you, okay? A lot of men walk after you, Abraham, in a sense where they'll have 2 and 3 wives, have different sets of children. But it's that one family, the one they in the household with, Abraham, that's the one the children get taken care of. Most of the other children outside of the household, they the one lack and get no attention from the father, Abraham. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I used to date a guy like that, Abraham, when he was with me and my said daughter, because I didn't have any children with him. He was a good father to my daughter, good man while he was in the house with me, baby. But his biological children, they suffered a little bit, Abraham. His mother, it was like he didn't know how to be a mother, a boyfriend, a father, a husband. You know what I'm saying? When he was being a husband, he didn't know how to be a father. When he was being a father, he didn't know how to be a husband, or he didn't know how to be a son to his mother. When he was being a son to his mother, he didn't know how to be a father or a husband. And Abraham, that's what people just like you. Isaac got taken care of because you were still with Sarai at this point in time. You were in the house. So Ishmael got his little piece from God. Keturah and her 6 sons, they got gifts and got sent away from you and Isaac, Abraham. And you supposed to be the father of many nations, allegedly? You setting an example like this. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to find out Bilhah, Zilhah, and all these Zilpah and all these other peoples. Because we about to read, Zilpah had a baby, Leah's handmaid. And they don't mention that baby name either, Abraham. Well, you right. You the father of many nations, Abraham. Many, 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 many nations, Abraham. More than this Bible wants to mention or talk about. We're going to find it, Abraham. You're going to give credit to your children. Now, I understand Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. I get that. But Abraham got a lot of children. Isaac, I don't know. He like Becky with the good hair. You don't hear him having multiple. But this dang on Jacob and Abraham, huh. Hey, hey, baby. Ooh. I guess they really took it to heart when God told them they was going to be fathers of many nations. They're like, I better get to work, honey. I better get to work. Every child they have is basically a nation. And you count up Abraham's seed right now. You go to chapter 25. Y'all know Ishmael. Y'all know Isaac, right? But you don't know Zimram. You don't know Jokshan. You don't know Medan. You don't know Midian. You don't know Ishbak. And you don't know Shua. That's 6 nations right there. Oh, Abraham. No. This is why people got so many children in the world they don't give a damn about and barely do anything for. If you're going to talk about Abraham, talk about him extensively. And it's in his entirety. Don't leave anything out from now on. Indeed, he was a blessed man in many ways. In many ways than you can imagine. Ain't that right, Sarah, Hagar, and Keturah? Ain't that right? So, oh, God have mercy. So, Bilhah, Rachel have Dan. So they're naming the 12 brothers, but Zilpah and Bilhah, their sons are not being mentioned. Go figure. Just because they're not mentioned don't mean they don't exist. This family tree go bigger, broader, deeper, more rooted than y'all guys know. So Rachel have Dan. 7 comes in and say, chapter 30, verse 7. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again and bare Jacob a second son. See, you got some sons in this world that's just referred to first son, second son, third batter. Shortstop. I'm just saying, they baby. First son, second son. Seems about 7 to me. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah. Then we have Dan. That's 5 of the original. Then we have Bilhah, right? She have a son. And then she has another son. You see, all these are nations. 7. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again and bare Jacob a second son. 8. And Rachel said, with great wrestlings have I wrestled with my sister. And what the hell you wrestling with your sister for? It was your father that did this. Don't be mad at your sister. Laban made Jacob work for 7 years for you, and he gave her the undesirable one first. If he would have gave you first, you might have had Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah. That's what you're mad about, Rachel? That the lion of the tribe of Judah spring out of your sister Leah and not you? 2 sons later by your handmaid. And after having Dan, you say you wrestled with your sister and you have prevailed, and she called his name Naphtali. So you had another baby, Rachel, huh? Now you got Dan, you got Naphtali. Your sister got Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. It still don't change the trajectory of history. Y'all can't make the tribe of Judah Christ come out of nobody else but Leah and Jacob and their firstborn Perez. Well, I don't think he the firstborn, but Leah and Jacob. I meant Judah. Leah, Jacob, their son Judah. Out of Judah, Judah's son Perez. Y'all can't change that. I don't care how many children you have. You could wrestle with it. You could wrestle with the angels of the Lord if you want to. Go do what your grandpa, your father-in-law Jacob did. Go build your place, build the altar, lay there, have a vision, Rachel. Do what you gotta do. But you can't be mad at nobody but your daddy, Laban. He held up your having baby process. I don't know. If he didn't lie and deceive Jacob, maybe none of this with you would be happening right now. All right? Just be thankful you having your kids. You just had Naphtali. 9. When Leah saw that she had left barren, she took Zilpah, her maid, and get these you know, these two sisters is dumb as hell. Now they're competing to see who can have as many kids from Jacob as they can. Because now when Leah isn't having any more children, she stopped at Judah. Remember? She stopped as she had 4 and said she stopped childbearing. She left childbearing. Now, verse 9 over here in 30 says, when Leah saw that she had left barren, she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife. And you think Jacob wasn't turning none of this down, honey. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. Here's another son, nameless. Not really in the 1611 King James. There's a lineage that goes all the way from Adam and Eve all the way down, y'all. And Zilpah and all of them probably is mentioned up in there too. But right now we have another son with no name. And 11 says, and Leah said, a troop cometh. And she called his name Gad. And y'all think these are the only Indians in the world, the tribe of Gad. But I'm trying to tell you, Jacob, Leah, and Rachel has some very uniquely aboriginal, indigenous Indians, 12 tribes, really, set on the continent of Africa. Yeah, Africa is a continent? Is it a country? You know what I'm talking about over there in Israel, set in a place called Israel. You have some indigenous. Now, the tribe of Gad, you know, they want to call them $5 Indians over here in America, whatever. We you got light, you got dark, you got in between. I mean, I believe the 12 tribes of Israel are the unique Indians of the world. African Indians of this world. In the tribe of Gad, let me tell you something real quick, people. When Titus and Tiberius went in around 70 AD, and probably even before then, people were fleeing Israel because of Paul. We was reading some of this in the New Testament. Paul and a lot of people were doing some wicked things at that point. People were fleeing. And they went through the Bering Strait, y'all. The whole Appalachian Trail over here in America was not done by these Americans, us. It was done by our ancestors. When Gad fled Israel, they went through the Mediterranean, all of that. They stopped in Spain, Portugal. We are scattered abroad, y'all. Y'all just don't know history. Y'all gotta get into history. That's your savior right there, knowing your history. That's real salvation. Trust me. So Zilpah has another son, y'all. All right. So. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thanks, Holy Spirit. Okay, so Leah just said in verse 10 that Zilpah bare Jacob another son. Leah said, a troop of fortune cometh, and she called his name Gad. Leah didn't have this baby, Zilpah did. So, remember when I said earlier that it seems like the handmaids are just having sons and their names aren't being mentioned? And I said that the 12 tribes come from Leah and Rachel. How about it come from Leah, Rachel, and now Zilpah? Gad is an original brother. Gad is the son of Jacob. But again, Leah's not his mother. Rachel's not his mother. So the 12 tribes of Israel got one father, Jacob, but so far 3 mothers. 12 says, and Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a second son. 13, and Leah said, happy am I. What the hell you happy for? Because you're having more kids than your sister? They're not your kids, Leah. The hell you happy? Happy am I that your handmaid had another son by your husband. Delusional, baby. Sick. Anyway, she happy, y'all. For the daughters will call me blessed, and she called his name Asher. But it ain't your baby, Leah. Why you naming? Honey, I understand you actually saying your handmaid is having the baby for you, but it ain't your baby, Leah. It's your handmaid and Jacob's baby, Leah. Now, if these women are courageous enough to give you their children when they born, so be it. But you up here acting like you're giving birth to these sons. Now, so Zilpah, she got Gad, she got Asher. Leah got Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah. Rachel got Dan and Naphtali. Okay. And Bilhah, they don't name her sons yet. Let's keep going down the line. So she happy. She's happy. And she called them Asher. 14, and Reuben went in those days of wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field and brought them unto his mother Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, give me, I pray thee, of thy sons mandrakes. The hell is mandrakes? No definition? Let's look up mandrakes, y'all. Just something about man cakes. I don't know. Mandrakes. I don't know, y'all. But I ain't one not to look mandrake. Oh, okay. Mandrakes. Okay. It's a Mediterranean plant of the nightshade family with white or purple flowers and large yellow berries. It has a forked, fleshy root that supposedly resembles the human form and was formerly widely used in medicine and magic, allegedly shrieking when pulled from the ground. Y'all gotta look at this mandrake, honey. So its use is a root of the plant, historically derived either from plants of a genus Mandragora. It's Mediterranean. Okay. All right. People take European mandrake root for treating stomach ulcers, colic, constipation, asthma, hay fever, convulsions, wow, arthritis like pain, rheumatism, and whooping cough. It is used to trigger vomiting, cause sleepiness, sedation, reduce pain. Okay. All right, so they down with the mandrakes. Okay, who'd have known? So Rachel said to Leah, "Give me, I pray thee, of thy sons mandrakes." Okay, I know they ain't done having babies yet. Oh, okay, no, because we didn't hear all the brothers' names. So 15 says, and she said unto her, "Is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband?" Like, bitch, you took my husband. Now you want my son's mandrakes? What the hell? What else you want from me? Huh? Before Jacob came along, we were sisters. We weren't out here competing to see how many handmaids who can have the most babies by this man. No. Mm-mm. She said, she said in 15, and she said unto her, I wonder who's saying what to who. Remember, Rachel said to Leah, "Give me, I pray thee, of thy son's mandrakes." So it must be Leah saying unto Rachel, "Is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband? And wouldest thou take away my son's mandrakes also?" And Rachel said, "Therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrake." What? 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 She said, and Rachel said, "Therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes." Wait a minute. Is she trying to get Jacob to sleep with Leah? He shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes. We're going to hear about it in Numbers 16, 19, and in 16 and 9 and 13. So keep Numbers 16, 9, and 13 in your mind, okay? When we get the Numbers, we're going to read about these mandrakes and people lying with people's sons and stuff for these mandrakes, okay? So listen, she says, and Rachel said, "Therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes." 16. And Jacob came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him and said, "Thou must come in unto me, for surely I have hired thee with my son's mandrakes." And he lay with her that night. Now she hired her husband with her son's mandrakes. Are y'all are y'all reading this? Are y'all listening? Are y'all? She said, listen. She said, I have hired thee with my son's mandrakes, and he laid with her that night. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. 17. And God hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob the 5th son. Remember, Leah had 4 by Jacob. Now Leah is having another son. Let's see what she say to call his name. She gonna call his name Issachar, okay? But let's see why. 18. And Leah said, God hath given me my hire because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Issachar. If they don't knock it off, like I know God will give you like with Eve. She said God gave her Seth, because of Abel. I get that. If these two sisters don't knock it off with Jacob, he probably the best thing that happened to both of them. I'm sure raised up with their daddy Laban must have been some ish, honey. And then Jacob come along. Must be the best thing that happened to these two. And they're literally fighting, thanking God, crying and praying and giving out their handmaids just to please themselves. Jacob don't really give a damn. He like, give it all to me. I take it all, honey. I said I'm gonna be the father of many nations. Well, I'm the grandson of the father of many nations, and all the families in the earth gonna be blessed because of me. Bring it here. I don't have no problem with it. Y'all can fight. Y'all can send me any handmaid y'all want to. Yeah, y'all could even go get Sarah. Hell, I try to get Sarah, baby, at this time. I'm not turning it down. If this is the game y'all want to play, bring it on. And they are bringing it on. Jacob is in his, oh, baby, he is in his glory. So Leah said, God hath given me given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called, God probably would have gave you Issachar without you even going through your handmaids. Y'all okay. Go through your handmaids to get a blessing from God if you want to. Call his name Issachar. Call his name Gad. Call his name Asher. Do all what you gotta do. Just hurry up and have the 12 brothers, all right? We just want to see the 12 brothers. So far, we got Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali. We got Gad, Asher, Issachar. It's 3 more. It's 3 more. And Leah conceived again. And this is verse 19. And bare Jacob the 6th son. And I do believe his name is Zebulun. But let's see why she called his name Zebulun. Verse 20. And Leah said, God hath endowed me with good dowry. Remember, we looked up that word dowry, remember? Why, you better have my money. Look up the word D-O-W-R-Y. We looked that word up. It's when a wife pays a husband for whatever. Sound like she been paying off Jacob here, okay? So it says, now will my husband dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulun. You think he would be dwelling with you, Leah, because you are by right his first wife. You think, right? 21. And afterwards, oh, come on, Leah. She bare a daughter and call her name Dinah. All right. Okay. 22. And God remembered Rachel, and God hearkened to her and opened her womb. 23. And she conceived and bare a son and said, God hath taken away my reproach. 24. And she called his name Joseph and said, the Lord shall add to me another son. And who you think that other son gonna be? Now, we mentioned Joseph, we mentioned Zebulun, we mentioned Asher, we mentioned Issachar, we mentioned Gad, we mentioned Naphtali, we mentioned Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan. Who's Rachel's last son going to be? Who's Jacob's last son going to be by Rachel? If it's going to be by Rachel. 25. And it came to pass when Rachel had born Joseph that Jacob said unto Laban, send me away, that I may go into my own place, into my own country. All this time you laying up having all these kids in another country in Laban's house. Because remember, Laban said to Jacob earlier, in our country, we don't do XYZ. We don't give the younger daughter away before the older sister. You mean to tell me all this screwing and carrying on with these kids is going on in their father's house? Huh? Really? All right. Because Laban know Jacob is rich. Come from good stock, right? So Rachel had born Joseph that Jacob said unto Laban, send me away. Let me go home now. Like, I don't even know why I really wanted your daughters. If I knew wanting your daughter Rachel would have caused all this right here, I'd have said, no, no, no. Shame the fool. I'd have been like, no, 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 no. So it goes on to say, 26, give me my wives and my children. He got to ask for his wives and his children? Come on, Jacob. Jacob, give me my wives and my children, for whom I have served thee, and let me go, for thou knowest my service which I have done. Let me tell you something. It seemed more than 7 years for Rachel, right? Remember, initially it was 7 years for Rachel. He sent out Leah. It was another 7 years for Rachel. He sends out Rachel. Then all these babies and having all these children, I'm sure 7 times 7 times 7. What did it say? 70 times 7 in that Bible for forgiveness. I'm sure 70 times 7 people, years done passed by. All these children they done had. So he been living with Laban a very long time, honey. And he just asking to leave with his wives. Let me go. I paid my service. I paid my dues. Look what Laban said, y'all. And Laban said unto him, I pray thee, if I have found favor in thine eyes, tarry, for I have learned by experience that the Lord has blessed me for thy sake. Yeah. Of course. You know Jacob is there. God gonna take care of Jacob. Isaac gonna take care of Jacob. Uh Becky with the good hair gonna take care of her son, Jacob. So, and you know, if he there living with you and all this, these children and everything, he taking care of you. Talking about I'm blessed for your sake. No, for his stupidity. Because the minute you told me I got to work for 7 years and you bring out Leah and not Rachel, it would have been a wrap right then. We'd have been over with, Laban. I wouldn't have trusted you, wouldn't have want to be around you. But this goes to show you how much Jacob wanted Rachel. Y'all men will do anything for y'all women. I'm just saying. But baby, to take this kind of humiliation from Laban, I'd have been like, you know what? At this point in time, anybody won't want to have my damn children. I'm not going through this with you, Laban. So anyway, 28, and he said, appoint me thy wages, and I will give what? What? Laban saying to Jacob, appoint me thy wages, and I will give it. 29, and he said unto him, thou knowest how I have served thee, and how thy cattle was with me. 30, for it was little which thou hadst before I came, and it is now increased unto a multitude, and the Lord hath blessed thee since my coming, and now when I shall provide for my own house also, like I'm taking care of your household, my household, like come on, Jacob. Come on, Jacob. Come on, Jacob. Come on, Jacob. You got to win this little battle between you and Laban, okay? I'm rooting for you, Jacob. 31, and he said, what shall I give thee? And Jacob said, thou shalt not give me anything. If thou wilt do this thing for me, I will again feed and keep thy flock. 32, I will pass through all thy flock today, removing from thence all the speckled and spotted cattle, and all the brown cattle among the sheep, and the spotted and speckled among the goats. Of such shall be my hire. 33, so shall my righteousness answer for me in time to come, when it shall come from my hire before thy face. Everyone that is not speckled and spotted among the goats, and brown among the sheep, that shall be counted stolen with me. 34, and Laban says, behold, I would it might be according to thy word. He's like, yep, okay, according to your word, so be it, all right? Because he know his word ain't no dang good. It couldn't be to Laban's word. He couldn't sit up here, yep, Jacob, according to my word. No, because we know you a liar, Laban. So it has to be the Jacob's word, right? 35, and he removed that day the goats, the he-goats that were ring-straked and spotted, and all the she-goats that were speckled and spotted, and every one that had some white in it, and all the brown among the sheep, and gave them into the hands of his sons. 36, and he set 3 days' journey betwixt himself and Jacob fed the rest of Laban's flocks. 37, and Jacob took him rods of green poplar, and of the hazel and chestnut tree, and peeled white strakes in them, and made the white appear which was in the rods. 38, and he set the rods which he had peeled is saying peeled like Pilled, peeled, but is translated out peeled, Peeled, before the flocks in the gutters and the waters troughs, when the flocks came to drink, that they should conceive when they came to drink. What? Everybody getting it on and popping in this story right here. Even the flocks, honey, the sheep, the cattle, when they come to drink, that they should conceive, honey. 39, and the flocks conceived before the rods and brought forth cattle, ring-streaked, speckled, and spotted. 40, and Jacob did separate the lambs and set the faces of the flocks toward the ring-streaked. That is streaked. Ring streaked is ring streaked. and all the brown of the flock of Laban, and he put his own flocks by themselves, and put them not unto Laban's cattle. 41. And it came to pass, whensoever the stronger cattle did conceive, that Jacob laid the rods before the eyes of the cattle in the gutters, that they might conceive among the rods. 42. But when the cattle were feeble, he put them not in, so the feebler was Laban's, and the stronger's Jacob's. 43. And the man increased exceedingly, and had much cattle, and maidservants, and men servants, and camels, and asses. And I do believe, yes. He had to be there a long time, y'all. He had to be there a very, very, very long time. All right, y'all. So that ends the morning read. We are done. Tomorrow, on the 11th, we do 31, 32, 33. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So what do you guys get out of this read today, huh? I learned a whole lot. Trust me. I learned a whole heck of a lot. It's a lot of tea in that Bible. That's what I learned today, y'all. It is a lot of Bible tea being spilled over here. And with that being said, shalom, everybody. God bless you. You're listening to ReligionWinked TV. And you know my spiritual ears stay. Damn, almost 3 hours? Oh, that was a long read. That was a big one. It's a lot with Laban. It's a lot with Rachel. It's a lot with Leah. It's a lot with Zilpah. It's a lot with Bilhah. It's a lot with Becky with the good hair. It's a lot with Abraham. It's a lot. It's not that much with Isaac. Isaac, you don't hear him with a lot of different women, but I think Isaac was played by Becky with the good hair, and I'm not necessarily talking about the instance where they tricked Isaac. I think she tricked him in other ways as well, being a Syrian woman. You're watching ReligionWinked TV, and my spiritual ears stay. Shalom, everybody. God bless you, and thank you so much for tuning in to the morning read episode 322. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, share, comment, hit the post notification bell so you're notified when I go live, upload, and or premiere on this channel. Whatever content it is, I'll be premiering over here. And with that being said, shalom, everybody. God bless you and have a great day. Peace.